Hello my fellow art audience, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you the new character designs for Rocktastic. And I'm going to show you fan art I made of an AU. It will be on Instagram. Anyways, I think this is like the drawing I'm most proud of this entire month so far. Don't know if there's still plenty more days in this month. Maybe next week, my opinion will be different. Well, technically it'll be like August next week, but so anyways, with school coming up, that means I'm probably gonna have a better schedule actually. So I'm actually working on two comics. We start the Rocktastic comic and a fan-made comic of a comic panel of someone else's AU on Instagram. You'll see it probably next week. The reason why there wasn't like a video last week is because there was really nothing. I only had like one thing to make and I'm not like wasting like an hour and 20 minutes to make like a 5-minute video. That's not enjoyable for anyone, let's be honest, guys. Can I tell you how long this took? This usually it takes like 8 hours to make a regular full body thing, which is why the Startastic is going to be in a simpler style because it'll just be easier for me. But this took about like 12 hours alone, which is like 3-day time, which is why I didn't have enough time to finish the comic because I had to be somewhere yesterday and I couldn't really, you know. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's just from the coloring to the perspective. I just really like this. I'm really proud of the hair too. The hair, I wasn't like that big of a fan when it started out of the hair because the hair didn't have like enough focal point lines to really be cool to me, but like I'm actually very impressed by the coloring. The coloring made up for the bad line arts. But I really did enjoy making this. As long as it did take, it was fun. It was enjoyable. I do want to work more on backgrounds though, definitely for Startastic a series because I want to get all the backgrounds like done. Not all the backgrounds, you know what I mean, like come up with like how things should look already. I feel like I should have already came up with that. Anyways, like there's new things with Startastic. I'm just changing things around, trying to make it fit more in a 1940s era because that's when the Startastic is placed. I mean, I could place in like the modern area, but that just wouldn't make sense with what I'm going for. Anyways, like I said, I really did like the coloring for this. I just don't know what about it was that interested me a lot. Well, not me like it a lot. I just really liked it. It's just very detailed. My favorite piece is like the flower and the hat. Yeah, sorry guys, me and words are not compatible today. I'd say my favorite part is probably like the top part of the clothes. The bottom part's okay. I just don't like all the dark color I had to use. I'm not really good at the darks. Also, I don't like the veil kind of looking thing behind. Anyways, that's Startastic. So I changed up the characters. So, first of all, the characters' names are now different. Zerling, our main character, is now named Julia, after a popular female name in Poland in the 1940s. one of her parents is a model, obviously a female, and her father owns a fashion industry, so she's very, up there in money. And her parents don't actually believe that she went to school to actually be a scientist. We're like, oh, we're telling the public, oh, she's just doing this because it's a thing she's doing. She'll like give up after a year or two. It's just things she does. She'll go back into the fashion industry. Trust me, trust me. And that'll be like a big plot point in the comics. So I did try to give her very fashionable clothes because of her, backstory of where she came from. While for the other character, Yuk, Yukana, I'm sorry, Yukana. Her name is now Rosalind, after a female feminist that worked in radioactivity, things like that. She was a scientist too, which I thought was really fitting for because both of them want to be scientists. Julia is aiming to be astronomy, and Rosalind is aiming for botany, the study of flowers. And both of these will actually be very important, so remember this. And Rosalind was switched to being, she was always 36, I'm being honest here. She was, Julia's 17, Rosalind is 36, but she worked 8 to 10 years trying to make enough money to even go for her first, year of college. And after she did, she had to wait 10 years to 36 to actually get accepted into the college. And remember this will also be a big plot point. So, I do want to say that Rosalind did come from a very, hard work. She worked very hard to get what she got. So, and she's like always tired because of how hard she actually has to work and like to actually, give the grade she does, and to stay in school because she's she just works really hard. I'm not trying to reveal. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm saying too much. I'm just trying to not reveal too much into a plot where I give away everything. But I do want to give enough to, show you what these characters are about. But it is very important to know that I do have another, I'm sorry, I was going to say something else. I do have another style for this because this is a simpler style that won't take me 2 hours for each characters, and like it would be 8 hours. And for making a comic, the simpler of a style would probably be the better if I want to get more things out about it. Yeah, so my idea for Rosalind was trying to make so I looked at pictures of African Americans in the 1940s, female African Americans, and studied upon some stories of females that did, went to college. And so that's where I'm trying to, bring out the personality. I'm trying to keep this historically accurate in a way, but not so historically accurate. Because this is 1940s, but there's like no war. I'm not going to press into the opinions of war. There are going to be some like complications, obviously, because this entire thing's about like social justice. Like females in the comic, like females like really cannot just actually go to college and people take it seriously. They can't become something great. It's very few in between that actually can do anything, and they're made fun of in the social media and press. Well, not social media. There's no social media, but you know what I mean. They're just not very popular as the males, and obviously Rosalind has her own part of discrimination that Julia will never face. This is a very Okay, anyways, we're coming to the end of this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk more about this later because I do want to do more about this, and goodbye.